so here's my somewhat neglected water heater.
What do you mean neglected water heater? What do you got? It's, what is it, eight years old?
That's right.
What haven't you done?
Well, there's a note here from the prior owner telling me I should have changed an anode rod a couple of years back.
And did you know that you had an anode rod?
Don't know what it is.
You know how to change
Don't know
it?
what it does.
No.
Don't know how to change it.
Well, it's something that should be changed regularly. It looks like we may be too late. You can see there's all sorts of corrosion here, and you're an 8-year-old water heater. But what I'm going to do is run to the truck and come back, and we're going to teach you how to change your anode.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So in every single water heater, there is a rod like that. That's an anode rod. It's made out of aluminum. It's made out of magnesium or sometimes zinc. And what it does is it sits down inside the tank. So just imagine it sits in right there. And it is this sacrificial rod. It's actually designed to have any corrosion or electrolysis that happens naturally in water from attacking the tank, because the tank itself is glass-lined steel. Okay, so now if that glass lining was to have any imperfections, that electrolysis would want to eat this. But it would eat this first if it's operational, because it's a sacrificial anode, okay? That's what it looks like brand new. This is one that just came out of a water heater that is about this age. It's about 10 years old.
That's crazy.
And that's all that was left. Once that sacrificial anode was gone, we actually saw in that water heater very similar condition here, where it started to show rust here, and then ultimately it leaked, okay?
Okay.
And if you change the anode, and you did it every 2 to 5 years, you could make the water heater last almost indefinitely. It could be 20 years versus 10.
Okay.
So this is a $40 part, okay? The problem is often is how to get it into it, okay?
Headroom. All right.
Well, they made this just for you, Brennan. Look, this is a replacement anode. Do you see how it can bend? Mm-hmm. So now there's a tapping right here, and you could bend that and get it down into it.
Okay.
Right? So to get that anode out, we got to drain the water down, but not all of it. So I'm going to turn the water off right here, and we want to just drain it down to about here, so that we have the weight of the water in the tank holding back when we try to back the anode out, okay?
Sure.
Put that hose on there if you would for me.
Okay.
And then when you get that on, just open up the drain valve. I'm gonna go open the hot water faucets upstairs just to vent it back to you.
Sounds good.
All right, by letting that hot water faucet open, we will let the air come down and drain out all the water in the piping. Let me know when you got half a bucket or so. So what'd that water look like coming into the bucket?
Real funky at first.
See, people don't realize that the bottom of that tank is a natural place to collect sediment. So one good tip is to actually take a little bit of water out every 6 months, because any sediment that's down there is going to affect the fire to water transfer. So you can extend the life just by doing that, okay?
Okay.
So that's on your list, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now I also want to turn off the gas or electricity, depending on the type of water heater. All right. So welcome to Anode Replacement 101.
Can't wait.
Okay. Anodes have a standard size head, and it's 1 1/16, okay? So you can get a socket that can fit. The standard is always a 12-point socket, and that goes on top of it. And the simplest approach is just to get a breaker bar with a ratchet and get on top of it and back it out. And if it's been in only for a little bit of time, it should back out readily, okay? Now, most people ignore it for what, 5 years, 8 years, whatever, how many years?
Yeah.
So what happens is it wants to fuse in, and now you have to step up your leverage. So now you'd go to a heavy gauge ratchet, again with a 1/16, and a pipe or an extender. Now you're going to extend your leverage against that nut, but the more force we put on it, the more we got to worry about the whole water heater dancing. So one little tip is to use a strap that lets a second person hold back against it, okay? Because if you don't, these pipes could bend, the gas connection, and even the vent.
Don't want that.
Okay? And the water in the tank is our friend here to hold this tank in place. And if that doesn't work, the last line of defense is actually an impact gun like this. You also want to search out a 6-point socket. The standard universal socket has 12 points, and that could actually round over the nut. So you can see that the nut itself has got 6 sides, and this will match it perfectly for the most amount of grip. The impact gun is the perfect tool for this, because it gets high torque with low speed. And it's much like the air gun that takes the lugs off in an auto body shop.
Okay.
So you ready? Because you're doing this.
Oh, geez.
So you feeling lucky?
Not particularly. Well, we'll give it a go.
All right, so peel that piece out right there. Expose the head of the anode. Perfect. I'll hold back a little bit. You down on it?
Yep.
Okay. Nope. No. Okay, nope. All right. So now that's pretty well in there. So now let's pull that off. I could hand you
Cheater.
these two, okay? But time is money. Let's try this guy.
All right.
And get that 6-point right down on top of it. It's going the right way, right? Yep. Make it go down. Is it down all the way?
Yep.
Now, it's got a little torque, so just give it a little pop. Go. 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 Did it come?
Yep.
Keep. Okay,
Keep going?
You keep. It might be on loose. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's fingered. Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. There's no anode rod
gone.
left. This awful one's even better than this one. All right, so here's our new anode rod. I want to apply a little Teflon tape to the threads. All right, so now we're going to bend this first one so we can get it down in there. Hold on. Okay, now we want to bend that straight now. Put it back to more straight so it'll hang straight down.
Yep, that's better.
There we go. There we go. All right, good.
All right.
Okay, catch that thread without crossing it, please. Let me try it. Okay, so now we've got a brand new anode in there. I see all this corrosion. There's a really good chance that this water heater would then leak, what, 2 weeks later?
Yeah,
You'd be talking to the whole neighborhood about me?
of course.
Okay, so I think what we should do is I'm going to get you a new water heater and install it, only if you promise that you will change that anode every 2 to 3 years.
I promise.
Okay,
It's
I
a
don't
deal.
believe you. Okay, I'll be right back. There are so many things in this life we know we should do. You know, rotate your tires and clean the dryer vent. And changing the anode rod is just one more of them that nobody does. But you're gonna, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Now there is a story. This replacement anode rod is $40. That new water heater is about $1,000. If this little rod can make that water heater last twice as long, 20 to 25 years, I hope you do it.
Absolutely.
There's even instructions on when to do this, and I'm going to actually call you too.
Yep.
Okay?
Hold me to it.
Okay. What you're not going to get though, because I know you're going to do it, is this.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for the knowledge and the labor
great.
and the experience.
You were great.
Really
Great help.
appreciate it.
All right.
Have a good one.
I'm going to call you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.